Alright, welcome into another Final Fantasy XIV video. We are today doing our Healers 94 and 96 questline. What shall we have happening this time? Oh, it's you, Cassfire. You'll have forgotten the dour mood I don't understand it. How is it that Elaret and Kokonoa can so grandiosely reveal their names and identities, yet I remain unable to track them down? Been following the latest hearsay, but I haven't had much luck. Not a soul's seen them since the incident with Wissalam and Zereg. That's not to say I've given up entirely. Not that they know I'm on their trail. I suspect they're using my unfamiliarity with this island, to their advantage. I dare say they're lying low outside the city. That's why I propose a trip to the Morby Dry Ducks. Folks here often speak of it, but I've yet to go there myself. So it seems a good place, if any. If you're game, I'll meet you there. Yep, been there many times. We have now arrived on the Morby Dry Docks. Oh, wait. This is normal. Oh, wait. Yep, see? This guy takes you to your island. That's how I know the Morby Dry Docks. Like I said, I used to come here quite often. But, anyway. Looks like we got a shipwright here who's gonna provide us with some details. What details? We'll find out. Ah, there you are, Cassfire. While I was waiting for you, this fella came asking for help. Sorry to trouble you, but my little brother's gone missing and I couldn't use a hand finding him. He said he wanted to see the ships I made, so I started showing him around. The next thing I knew, he was gone. That's probably got himself lost. Oh, that poor dear. I know we still have the heart sting to consider, but I'd like to search for this man's brother if that's all right with you. Yeah, no problem. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll find him all the faster with your help. You have me thanks. My brother wouldn't say boo to a goose, so I doubt he'd leave the docks on his own. He's got a mop of red hair like mine, so you'll know him when you see him. We'll keep an eye out. I know you're itching to search for him as well, but could I ask you to wait here in case he comes back? Let's split up so we can cover more ground. Good luck. You seem suspicious, dude. If we were playing Among Us, I'd call you the imposter. Oh, look, it's a little kid. Maybe he's not the imposter. Yeah, we would have voted out the wrong person. I'm scared. Where are you? Hey, little kid, what's up? I'm Chaosfire. Huh? You're here to take me back to my brother? You found the little one, Chaosfire. I'm glad he's safe. I just wanted to see the ships my brother was working on. I thought I could see him better from higher up, but I lost my way. It sounds like you've had quite the adventure. But you were very brave today. So I'll tell you a secret. Even grown-ups get lost. I have an awful time learning my way around somewhere new, even with a map. Really? Yeah. I guess I'm not the only one. A smile, we like to see those. Now, your brother's very worried about you, so can you promise me you won't go wandering off on your own again? I promise. I should say sorry to my brother, too. See, like, her Dragoon Spear, I'm just not big on. Like, it's kind of cool, but it's not great. Let's take him back, then. It looks more like something you'd use spearfishing. Yep, we would have voted out the wrong person. I guess don't play Among Us with me. I'll start accusing everybody. You're lifesavers, both of you. You deserve a proper reward, but I ain't got much to offer at the moment. Oh, we're in no need of coin, just some information if you have it. Have you seen a Huron woman and a Lalafella man around the docks in recent days? One is an alchemist and the other is a goldsmith. They'd likely have a few mammoths with them as well. If not, have you heard any rumors of food or drink that causes ailments when you consume them? Blindness or numbness, perhaps? Afraid I haven't seen or heard anything, or anyone like that. Sorry, couldn't be of more help to you. That's alright. Knowing they haven't been around the docks is equally helpful. Well, that's good at least. I'll be praying to the navigator you find you both find what you're looking for. Any road, the two of us ought to be heading home. Thanks again for everything. Good fortune and safe travels to you both. Something's gonna happen to them on the road. That's my theory now. Don't play Among Us with me, and or I might vote you out, even if you are a crew member. Sigh, still no word of the Unbound, but at least we could help those brothers. Children often let their curiosity guide them, which means they'll naturally wander off on their own adventures. I don't blame that man for worrying as much as he did. Something tells me you speak from personal experience. I do, in fact. I'm the oldest sibling in my family. Can't tell you how many times I've had to search for my brothers and sisters when they were growing up. Now that I think of it, I've barely even told you about my family, or my village, or anything really. I'd be happy to share a few stories if you'd like. The ocean view here is beautiful, so we may as well enjoy the scenery and relax a bit. No, because we're going to be saving someone here soon. My people hail from the northern valley of Zoctoral. We're a close-knit community of hunters for the most part. Children are given spears, well, practice ones before they even learn to walk. We hone our tracking skills from a very young age. Is it that surprising? It seems second nature to me, but then again, I encounter my fair share of surprises here as well. Our village rests in a veritable sea of poisonous plants and animals, so the slightest injury on a hunt can prove deadly. Thus we believe it prudent to begin our training as early as possible. I mean, I could see that. I can kind of understand that if you're surrounded by like a dangerous environment, like starting young, teaching them how to survive in that environment, know what's good, what's not bad, what's not to touch, what to touch. I mean, it's not as important today as much, but yeah, we don't live in the jungles. Well, we live in a different kind of jungle. Yet no matter how skilled we might be, accidents are inevitable, and the heartsting proves vital to our survival. Not only does it produce poison, it cleanses it as well. In the right hands, it can dispel some of the deadliest natural toxins known to mankind. It even purifies the beasts we hunt. In fact, our diet consists of highly venomous creatures, ones that would normally kill a grown adult if ingested. That would be pretty cool to have something like that would like blowfish or something like that, just poisons out, suck the poisons out. And then you could consume it, and it wouldn't have to be like properly cut, properly prepared or something like that. The heartsting allows us to lead a quiet, peaceful life in lands where others dare not tread. It always has. I suppose that's why I never imagined someone like Elaret would take that away from us. When I left, our village food stores were well stocked, but I can't bear the thought of my younger brothers and sisters going hungry. I must return the heartsting as soon as I can, for their sakes. Why don't you find some non-poisonous creatures? I wish to bring back their smiles and make them feel safe again, just as we did for that young boy. In any case, thank you for listening. Thinking you're home puts me in good spirits. As long as I remember who and what I'm here for, I'll be all right. I know it. But I've kept you long enough. I think it's time we made our way back to Limsa Laminsa, don't you? Nope, we're going straight back to Limsa. Interesting. See, I thought something would have happened to them on the path and we'd be like, hey, we need a healer. And would go and help them. But apparently not. Because, like, usually you don't introduce characters like that unless you can... What the heck? This guy does not look like Max Rebo at all. Yeah, frickin' squirrel. Looks like something out of Chuck E. Cheese. And they're not wearing any clothes. If you're unaware, Max Rebo is from Star Wars. He's the elephant kind of looking dude that plays music in Jabba's palace. Where's he the elephant looking dude? I forgot which one he is. No, he's kind of like a little weird guy, if I remember right. But he's playing in Jabba's, and so he would have probably died, but, you know, you never know. But he's from Star Wars anyway. That was much needed reprieve. But we need to plan for our next destination soon. Well now, fancy meeting you here. Dude, we've been working out of this location the whole time. It's good to see you two again. What brings you to Limsa Laminsa? Nothing of import really, just a bit of restocking before our next job. See, I always hated these, like, early on tank outfits, because they all look terrible. Didn't want to miss the opportunity to greet our heroes. Our client arrived to Switzperch in one piece, thanks to your timely assistance. Indeed, while I regret that you had to see us in such pitiable state, we're both grateful for your aid. When last we met, you spoke of pursuing those two charlatans, did you not? Yes, that's right. They stole a precious heirloom from my village, so I'm doing everything in my power to return it to its rightful place. So that's the way of it. Bombastic as those two were, I've not seen hide nor hair of them since in airport. Since no word of any incidents like ours either. But I have a feeling they won't stay in the shadows for long. If we sniff out any suspicious incidents while we're out and about, we'll keep you informed. I won't say no to some extra pairs of eyes around the island. I've made my base of operation here in the city, so if you hear even a peep about a poisoning, you know where to find us. Well, at least the white mage is not carrying the tank's head around in a sack. But if you want to know that story, that one is from A Realm Reborn. And it leads into Palace of the Dead. Well, we may not have found any leads on Elared, but I'm glad we had a chance to chat. And with Whistleum and Zereg on our side, things are looking up. For now, I'll keep in touch with our newfound allies. Should I hear any news on our culprits, I'll be sure to let you know. I'll be sure to let you know. Something like that. Case of Talks of Paradise. Cassfire, I'm glad to see you. I just received word from Wesleyan and Zerg. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems the thieves headed for Upper Lanos. So yeah, I just call it Lanos, but the full name is Lanosia. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Wesleyan and Zerg said I should hang back for now. Once I've gathered enough information, they'll be heading back to Elport. Let's go and see what they have to share. Okay. I'm going to Elport. Get rid of that crap. It's not useful. No sign of Whistlam or Zerg yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I'm a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them. Miss Loxcana, terribly sorry for the delay. Wissam, Zerg, thank goodness. How did you fare out there? You found Elleret and Kokonoa, yes? Oh, we found them all right. But it didn't take long for them to find us. We were set up by Kokonoa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us and may very well have been our end. Death by mammoths isn't an ideal way to go, mind you, so a retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it might sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprits' whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little army into a skiff, bound for Camp Bronze Lake, and mark my words, they are plotting something new. Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Lenosia, a wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead, but a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capabilities, so this is as far as Whistlam and I are able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide you with more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits. You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager to bring those criminals to justice as you are. Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Whistlam and I ran most of the way here, and I think I speak for both of us when I say we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friends, but I beg you not to underestimate our foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory. Of course I will. Oh, by the way, I use Aetherites. Why don't you? Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before Elleret and Kokonoa elude us again. Wait. You left me behind. Fine. I'll do it my way. We're talking to someone over here. Like, we should go up there and talk to, what's his name, Mountain Dude. Curious Gorge's brother. He might actually know something. What a lovely camp. Now, if I were half-crazed alchemist with Heartsting and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? There's a lot of places to hide around here. Mostly people come to just soak in the hot springs, though. What the... is it just me, or are there pigs flying in the sky? It hurts to laugh. Uh-oh. It sounds like they're under some sort of laughing spell or something. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Chaos Fire, quickly. I don't know why they're pink dots. Like... Oh, there she is. She's casting a pink spell. Like, when you use Charmed, it's like pink like that. So maybe that's it. Poisoning the springs, you truly are the lowest of the low. You flatter me. 'Twas just a little poison, really. Really, as a treat. I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the water here, but we're having oh so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Step away from the springs, cast fire. Now! Protecting the healer, are we? How sickening sweet of you. But you ought to watch your step as well. My dear fairy apple, at least you find yourself seeing stars. Or, Elleret, is aught a mist? What the? Oh no, that's the dolls. Coconut, you look absolutely hideous. Or should I say adorable? Why, you're as body as a porcelain doll. Yeah, those are those creepy dolls from, I forgot which fight it was. The hells are you on about? Oh, very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Now there's a predicament. And guess what? Do you recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. You are your own worst enemy. Do you know that? I suggest we retreat before you decide to dive headfirst into the spring for fun. Unbound scum! You think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos you've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Elleret? She's in no state to contend with you. And I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Retreat though we must. I would call it today a rousing success, but worry you not, my dearest bushel of busybodies. There are plenty more tricks in store for you, and the entire island. Ha 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 ha! Why are you throwing bombs at us? Oh, it's just a smoke bomb. See, it kind of reminds me of Charmed. The emote. What's she doing? Phew, I don't sense any toxins in the waters anymore, so the spring should be safe again. What toxins affect the local wildlife? Seeing as Elleret suffered a taste from her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the Heartsting's power. As such, any poison she's produced from it would be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork has already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way those awful unbound smoke bombs dissipated. And thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the Heartsting's poison remains active unless dispelled with the Suna or another form of antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing ability for our food. Now, there's much on my mind, but I think we have bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp, and then talk about our next steps. I'm going to have a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Can I ask you to treat any victims you come across? See, when you do this emote... See, you got like a similar thing going on. So I think they probably took from there. You earn that when you for the. Oh, we're definitely gonna have to assume this person. Much appreciated, sir. I wasn't anywhere near the water when it was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming around the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive. But I never expected these mammoths' masters to do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put this turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. But I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well. Are you a mage, too? Or do you have stuff to clear the poison? Laugh weary Lalafell. Apparently he's the last one. Befuddled bather. Basically, we have a cat girl wearing nothing. Well, actually, she's wearing... I don't know what she's wearing. We should cure her anyway. Those look like the short pants that you get as a guy. But I don't know. My costume compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. Yeah, this cat girl's probably done a little bit of, been in the area too long. They say laughter is the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it. Cat girls are known to be degenerate, so I guess she still wants to be one. I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, healer. Yeah, if she gets confused again like that, just as sooner. See, because he's got the same pants the cat girl had. Oh, thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death at a place meant for healing. But at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. You're either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Any road, after that laughing, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thanks again for your kindness, and may the navigator keep you. Got an interesting haircut. Are you up here with Hori's brother? I mean, not Hori's brother. Gorge's brother. Because if you go in here... He's not here. Usually Hori Mountain used to be here. But apparently he's not. I think it's Hori Mountain. Or Harry Mountain or something like that. He's Curious George's brother, though. How goes the healing, Chaos Fire? I ran across everyone and healed them all. Wonderful. I'm glad it soon proved effective. For my part, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. Good, because there's a cat girl that went to soak again and drink some wine, so a little worried about her. As for Ellerat and Kokonoa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat? Yeah. Can we get out of the rain, though? No? Okay. I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we used on our hunts at home, but something kept troubling me about Ellerat's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. I had no idea it even existed among the scorpion's gifts. Ellerat may be inexperienced, but the fact that she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the Heartstein's cleansing properties, judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments. Knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery on her mind. Kokonoa, however, handled himself surprisingly well despite his exposure. Do you recall the man in Limsa Lominsa who ate the poisoned apple? Sometimes the Kokonoha took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity. But how? Well, he did say that traditional Doomflug's family often drink poison teas to build tolerance. It's a thing that we Lalas do. How intriguing. So instead of using an heirloom like Heartstein, the Dunes folks train their bodies to endure fatal toxins. I'd be interested to try that tea, as long as I had an antidote in hand. Didn't realize Kokonoha might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Elleret's tricks didn't seem to affect him. Few in my village would ever think to consume potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the heartstrings' power. Yet the Dunes folks do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approach to poisons, the more fascinating it becomes. But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa Lominsa? Yeah, lady. So, I mean, if you think about it, there are people that say you can consume small amounts of toxins and it builds up in your body and you build an immunity. It's kind of a double-edged sword when you actually do stuff like that. Because even though you are building up an immunity to it, you are putting a toxin into your body. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. And but it is thought that there are schools of thought saying that you can do that without any effect. But not everyone's not had the ill effect. Look, it's a dancer. Maybe. Nope, she's a white mage. I think. Yep, white mage. It's a white mage in dancer outfit. Well, the Thavnarian dress is something that you can get. It's pretty easy to pick up, so. It's a glam that's used quite a bit for a lot of people, so. Phew. I've been anxious to ascertain our thieves' whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was welcome on Castfire. What was not so welcome... an itch or something. For Elleret's parting words, whatever she has planned for this whole island, it can't possibly be good. Her acts of have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. We must take the heartstring back before she causes any lasting harm. What the hell? Of course, it was Weiselum and Zerg's effort that led us to Elleret, so I'll have to thank them when I get a chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. That is 94 and 96. That one, like, the 96 one was very interesting. 94, like, I was expecting something. You know, I was still sitting there through the whole thing in 94. 94 seemed a little short, but I was expecting something to happen. 96, that was fun. That was just a lot of fun. But, yeah, thanks for coming along on these. This is the second set. There'll be one more set once I get more levels, but this is the second set in the series. Thanks for coming along, and we hope to see you in more videos to come.